Ready? And then we'll do an 80s freeze frame. Ready? No, we won't. They don't want to edit that. I'm saving somebody some hours in the Bay. Hey, I'm Kevin Pereira.
Hey, Kevin Pereira.
Hey.
I'm Candace Bailey.
Oh, hi, Candace Bailey.
We're coming to you from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles.
On the show today, Weston Scott heads to the set of SWAT Firefight to strap on some body armor and rescue a hostage or two. Come on, you expect anything less? Then get your pitch shifted and your knobs twisted. We have a never-before-seen performance by electronic artist The Glitch Mob. Oh, yeah! Your knobs are twisted?
Hey! Plus, skim the best of the web in today's Around the Net, including broken skiers, even more broken scooter riders, and, of course, your Groflo caption. Thanks for the free jokes, guys. And DVD Tuesday can no longer be contained in a single day. So we have an all-new edition for you. Chris Gore will be here with a new disc for faster and best worst movie.
Right.
When we aren't trying to kill Weston Scott by tasing him, tossing him out of a moving car, or making him fight a kickboxing champion, just like that. I like throwing in a kick any chance I can. You watch out, today's kick day. He's actually an actor and stuntman.
For once, our resident Renaissance man got to do all of that stuff, including the kick. But not me!
Oh, sorry.
He got to do it all at the same time on the set of SWAT Firefight.
Well, I'm back in the Motor City, where last time I went shot for shot with the Detroit SWAT team and lost. But I'm fully recovered now, and I'm here on the set of SWAT Firefight, a big screen adaptation of the 1970s television show, SWAT. No! Darcy, give me your breakdown of SWAT.
What SWAT's job is to do basically is to rescue people. They're usually the best trained officers on the department with the best equipment and the best weapons. A lot of people, it's under a misconception that they're there to go out and kill the bad guy all the time, but in most cases, we're trying to resolve the situation before it deteriorates completely.
Hands up! Hands up! Drop the bag on the ground!
Mr. Booms, the director, right off the get came in with the script. He said, take it home and read it, bring it back to me. Show me what isn't real in this, or what wouldn't happen. Just completely open to all the changes that I recommended.
The whole purpose for us was to make this as legitimate and authentic as possible. We wanted to make it like a popcorn, good feeling, fun movie, but also didn't want it to seem too corny or too unrealistic.
Speed and accuracy are now equally important. Rapid response.
Our technical advisor is over our ear saying, you know what, that looks right, that doesn't look right. It's always great to have somebody who's in the real deal looking over our shoulder and reassuring us of what's going right and what's going wrong.
Now, did you have, as far as the style choices, like which weapons to choose for the script?
Yeah.
Was that all you?
Oh yeah, I was presented with a bunch of weapons, and I kind of put different weapons with different characters based on who I thought they were in the script and in the story.
Here we have some weapons that the good guys are using and the bad guys. We've got an Uzi, we've got an MP5, which is one of the primary weapons used by the SWAT team. This is an ACR. This is made by Remington and Bushmaster. The SWAT team leader, this is his primary weapon.
I keep on looking at this AK-47 and like wondering who blinged this out. This is crazy. So for the gangster that wants bling in his weapon. So Benny, how technical do you want to make this movie?
Well, we got you in the official gear, with the official badge. You just need your gun, your vest, and you go right ahead, man.
All right, so I can go give it a chance, huh?
Yeah,
All right,
give it
man.
the team.
Thanks a lot,
All
Benny.
right, man. Thank you.
Here I go, guys. Let's see if I can make the cut.
Beamer!
You release the hostages and walk on out. We'll straighten this out.
People coming out! People coming out! Go see those officers! All clear!
So Darcy, it's been awesome working with your team and shooting with you guys today. You know, I'm surprised I made it through the whole day and nobody's tried to haze me or anything like that. It's, doesn't seem right.
We don't do that kind of stuff, do we?
No.
Ah, come on.
Don't make any sense.
All right. Well, there you go, guys. What do you say, Darcy? You think I made the team?
Great job. How's that feel?
Ow! That hurt.
Firefight is now available on DVD and Blu-ray.
Yeah, so you can actually freeze frame Weston's work to your heart's content.
Oh, yay.
No, you're not going to do it. It's fine.
I will.
You won't.
Maybe I will.
Okay, prove me wrong.
Maybe I will.
Are you so non-committal about everything?
Maybe I am.
Exactly.
Sure, Apple announced the iPad 2 this week.
Sure
but
they did.
Even that wasn't able to silence the contestant. The constant comparison between their device and Motorola's new tablet.
Right.
Whatever I just said. It's
Is
Friday.
the Zoom really all that? Find out right now.
Begun! The tablet wars have!
And Motorola's first salvo is the Zoom. Its 10.1-inch multi-touch display runs on a dual-core processor and Android 3.0. So multitasking, streaming video, and web browsing will be silky smooth. You'll also get dual cameras for snapping photos or video conferencing. And you can upgrade to a 4G connection for free. So join the fight for $600 with a contract. Back a little bit more. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Hardwick!
Hey! Can I just say, because normally our stage manager, Andy, was like, do your little walk-on. He calls it my little walk-on.
He really does.
And so, it's like I'm a toddler.
He also strokes the side of your head when he says it. It's really weird.
And then he gives me breast ice cream.
Yeah.
And so I started to do my sarcastic walk, like I'm going to do my little walk, and then you went right to the package of the device, and I just walked in 3 circles around this thing.
Gave up. He never gave up.
I am committing to this bit.
He's an American hero, American treasure.
America.
Well, thank you for being here, Chris
It's nice
Hardwick.
to
I'll
be
let you
here.
catch your breath after that dainty few laps there.
Oh my God, what a workout.
All right, let's get to this madness here. This is the Zoom.
yep.
This is the old iPad. They both have a very similar design.
Yes, they do.
Look at that. Womp, womp,
They're there.
womp, womp. Both are about half an inch thick. They also weigh about the same. But am I crazy, or does the Zoom feel heavy-like?
They're actually the same. They're the same weight, but I think it's.
I'm crazy. Okay, cool.
It's a little crazy.
Yeah, all right.
I think it's a perception thing with your brain because it is smaller. Like you can see that size-wise,
Right.
the Zoom is a little bit smaller. So like per square centimeter, it's technically heavier, but they do weigh the same if they were the same size.
Got it.
Your eyes
It's
are
like
glazing.
No, it's like a ton of feathers versus a ton of wood. They both weigh the same.
Exactly. Wait, what?
Exactly.
32 gigs of storage.
There we go.
There's a micro SD slot capable of 32 additional gigs. 4G connection upgrade is free.
Nice.
That's good. They both will be activated in the coming months.
Now,
So
for
you'll have
the
those.
SD card slot and flash, which we'll get to, that's an over-the-air update. That'll
The
just be
flash
fixed.
update will be over the air.
But
yeah.
for 4G, you have to send the device back because you need a SIM card?
Yeah, you can't. They can't do that over the air because it's a hardware. There's not a troll that shows up with a special wrench.
They can't make a portal appear in your kitchen?
I've come
and then,
from the air, and then he fixes the.
I want the Verizon guy to show up at each and every house
Why
and put
can't
it in
I
there.
have the Verizon goblin come to my house?
With all of its promises of an optimized tablet experience, we've been wanting to get our hands on Honeycomb,
Yeah.
which is Android 3.0,
Yes.
for some time now. Does it deliver? It's fun to swipe.
It really does. I think they did a nice job. The 3D interface is very cool. It's easier to customize than previous versions of Android. All the home screens are on the top. Your widgets, your apps, your other shortcuts are on the bottom right there. Oh, there's a finger dragging a thing. So you just drag and drop it into the window that you want.
That's cool.
There's also multitasking. So you just tap the menu at the bottom, and it will have the 5 most recent apps you launched, and they're just going to run in the background. So they
Very
did
nice.
a really good job.
Well, whenever we compare Android-based devices to any iDevices, we always say
Right.
that the screen seems a little laggy. It's not quite as responsive. Is that an issue with the Zoom?
We found a little bit of lag with the accelerometer. Everything else was great. Tapping, swiping, pinching, zooming, all rotating, all supported. I know that sounded gross.
I don't want you to stop there. Come on, keep going, explore it.
Keep it going. It's just as good as any other Android device we've used. I mean, again, when you're flipping it, there's just a tiny bit of lag. But the upside is because it's a true widescreen, you're probably not going to flip it very often.
Right, you're going to be locked in.
It's not that huge of a deal.
All right, now, some people are complaining that Android 3.0 is not beginner-friendly, that it's too
Tell me
hard
who
to
they
learn.
are. I will track them down.
They're the ones.
I will hunt them.
They're the ones with the helmets blowing on the pinwheels.
Oh, right.
The thing about the iPad device, I mean, any sort of iOS device, is that it's easy to use. It's locked down, so it's kind of foolproof, idiot-proof.
Sure.
Is the Zoom too complicated?
Well, I mean, if you're heavily ensconced in the Macverse, you will, or the Appleverse, you will probably feel like, oh, there's a lot of stuff going on with, there's a lot of scrolling and there's a lot of different menus. I think PC people who enjoy customization, like all the things that PC people don't like about Apple,
right.
they will really, really get a weird sexual thrill out of all the stuff you can do with the Zoom.
Thankfully, it's got a slot on it.
Yeah.
The Zoom.
But it's a micro SD.
Well.
White guys.
Yeah.
All right.
The Zoom has a. We should celebrate it.
Yay.
The Zoom has a dual.
I'll show you.
If you let me. If you don't want me, that's cool. It's fine. I mean, it's cool. The Zoom has a dual-core processor, so it should be faster than the iPad.
It is faster than the iPad. It'll launch Angry Birds quicker than the Internet Pad. It'll also load most web pages faster. It just generally feels like a faster device. I mean, of course, we don't know how it compares to the new iPad yet, because we won't know that until tomorrow.
Right.
But it is a fast, slick device.
Now, Google has redesigned a lot of the standard apps for Honeycomb, including the web browser, which now has tab support, which is nice. It's basically a full version of Chrome, which is my favorite browser. It's the one I use.
Yeah, I mean, I think the tabs are a huge improvement over any other tablet browser that we have used. I mean, especially because it can load multiple pages with very little lag. I mean, look at all the pages loaded. Of course, again, you can pinch and zoom, and like I said, Flash support is on the way. Not quite here yet, but overall, we think the browsing experience is better than the current version of the iPad, which is saying a lot.
Agreed.
So maybe that'll all change tomorrow. I don't know, but they did a nice job.
All right, now the Android market has been classed up. They've gussied it up, got it ready for prom. They've added HD apps for tablets, which is cool.
Right. This is a much-needed redesign that makes browsing the market a ton easier.
All right, now how are the front and rear cameras? Something that, of course, the iPad lacks.
Right, they're good. The rear camera's 5 megapixels. It has effects like negative and posterize. It's a surprisingly good quality as well. The flash makes everything a tad on the blue side.
What the hell?
Oh, that man was in a horrible accident.
Oh, okay.
So a chemical removed his genitals and hair.
Oh, bummer.
The front camera's 2 megapixels. It's more than adequate for a video chat.
All right, here's the problem, though.
Yeah.
This is, I think, is the major issue, because I like the Zoom. I like the time I had with it.
Yes,
Sounds
sir.
like you enjoyed it as well.
Yes.
$800 without a contract, or $600 for the Verizon 2-year contract. So you're locked in there. What's the rating?
I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I mean, we realize it is pricey, but the hardware is awesome, and this is the first tablet that I say actually competes with the iPad. I think it's going to make PC-minded people very happy, and in some ways will be superior.
There you go. All right, that's it for today's Gadget Prawn. Chris Hardwick, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
ATN caption contest.
Yes, and only 458 of you used Charlie Sheen quotes in your captions.
Only?
Only. So there's very unique and special flowers out there. Pluck your petals. Yeah, why not? Why not?
To see what was burning up the Intimanets this week.
You are creeping me the out today. Let's go around the net.
In our number 4 video, you'll hear one of the Middle East's funkiest dance beats.
Yes, no one, and not even a babysitting grandpa, can resist it. Why are we so worried about whether or not this would make it in or not? That was a last-second decision there. All right, there we go. We're doing. What are you doing? You breaking stuff?
Oh, it's just my IFB. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, yeah.
We're good.
It's just thousands of dollars. That's fine. Don't worry about it. We asked you guys to name that dance move.
And so, thanks to Twitter user Kelfredo, it is now known as the Hummus Patch.
Yeah!
Hummus.
Hummus patch. Hummus.
You good?
No,
You okay?
that was throaty.
That was very throaty.
fine.
And at number 3, we've got a video that captures the untouched beauty of a snow-covered mountain.
As seen through the eyes of a guy falling down it.
We asked you guys to name this sport.
And our favorite, and I love this, it's a Twitter from Repo Baconator. He named the sport Tiny Wings Winter Seasonal. That's phenomenal.
Yay, Tiny Wings!
Yes. He's not going to get furry with that.
Our number 2 video features a super realistic wolf suit.
Oh, yeah, speaking of furries, otherwise known as the furry's heart's desire.
You've been treating me so sweet and kind. You're the reason why I feel so good. You're always on my mind. Take a little time for you all night long. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you something.
Was that you in there?
No, it's not.
Are you sure?
I wish. An
you
Unnatural Love brought to you by Crisco. We asked you what you thought this guy's day job was.
And the best guess was from Twitter user R.A. Miller, who said a fluffer on the set of Teen Wolf. That's good. Well done.
Oh, that's odd. I thought Teen Wolf rap production in the 80s. We all look. If I would have said it, I would have known what to say next. Sometimes that's how jokes work. We owe our number 1 video to AOTS viewer William T. Cox Jr., who emailed it to us. So thank you, William T. Cox Jr.
Thank you, William, for showing us how dangerous Razor scooters can be. This trick.
And T-Money 86, really? Well, he called it the Little Red Sliding Hood. T-Money 86?
That's what it said.
All right, T-Money. To get your daily viral fix and to check out all the viral videos we have to offer, go to g4tv.com/.
Around the net! Second time this week.
Yeah, that's for them to yell, not you. All right, don't abuse it. All right, we get to do that. We get to say it every day.
You leave me hanging and then you bitch me out on TV.
Why don't you point to your elbow? Do you want me to high five your elbow? All right.
I don't know why.
I'm telling you.
Our viewer army is marching strong.
We sent one brave new soldier to the New York Toy Fair. Yeah, one of those.
Hey, Attack of the Show, this is Todd Jakoski coming to you from Toy Fair 2011 here in New York City. For those that don't know, it's the place to be to find the newest toys before they go public. So let's check it out.
Hey everybody, this is Brian. We're going to be showing a little bit of the Hasbro Marvel line. We have the Thor Lightning Hammer. What better way to summon the power of Thor than with the Thor Lightning Hammer? New Thor movie comes out in May. The Marvel toy line will be available in stores early March. Moving on to Captain America, the new movie comes out in July, and the Hasbro product line will be available in early May. Captain America, of course, known throughout the world for his iconic red, white, and blue indestructible shield, has a motor inside, launch disc. I think I sense some evil coming from this direction over here. Right here, sir. Evil. Bam!
What do we have for the lineup this year?
There is a lot here in the Hasbro showroom today. We've got lots of great movies coming out and a tremendous number of incredible brands. Star Wars, of course, is very close to my heart.
You mentioned the 12 figures. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
As everybody knows, the name of the movie is Return of the Jedi. At the last minute, the name of the movie was changed from Revenge of the Jedi to Return of the Jedi. So to celebrate that last-minute change, we're actually producing packaging and offering all 12 items in our large Death Star package.
So here's TankBot right here. It recharges off your USB, has an autonomous mode, and also can be controlled with your iPhone. You can also drive up on your hand like that. You can see in front of it, so it doesn't need to have white walls. And then you can control your TankBot forward, backward, left, right, so you can drive it around.
I'm here with comic book and toy creator Todd McFarlane at the McFarlane Toy Booth. So Todd, tell us about 2011's lineup.
We had Halo Reach. The game came out last year and did tremendous for us, obviously heading into the fourth quarter with Christmas sales. But now we're going to open up the vault of the 10 years of Halo. We also just announced the other day the acquisition of The Walking Dead, AMC's huge success. I think we can sell a bunch of zombies. We're making them so they all come apart. You can start pulling them apart and you can see some of the guts and the innards and all the cool stuff.
So that's it for Toy Fair 2011. We saw some of the coolest toys from the Hasbro showroom to Todd McFarlane himself. I want to give a big thanks to Attack of the Show for making me part of your viewer army. This is Todd Jakoski signing off.
The transformation is now complete.
Still ahead, it's a never-before-seen drum solo by electronic rockers, the Glitch Mob.
Why do you always do this when you say the Glitch Mob?
Huh?
Why do you always do this?
Because they're electronics and they're mobbing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And later, it's an all-new DV Doomsday. DV Doomsday when Chris Gore reviews faster and tells us what the best worst movie is. Hint, there are trolls involved.
Look what I found. 3 hyper-talented musicians huddled around a laptop, trimming down their songs so that they can give you a performance on never-before-seen Fridays. This is the dollar bet that she's gonna the feed. That she's gonna F up the feed. The dollar bet.
You are not my partner.
I'm just gonna, right there, right in front of the prompter, that's what it's gonna look like.
You're supposed to be with me.
I'm with you.
No, you're clearly hoping that I F off.
I'm right there. No, I'm not. I'm assuming that.
All the news you need to know.
It's Friday, March 4th, and here are your top stories. Snackers rejoice! The Ithaca Journal is reporting that science has now genetically engineered 2 new varieties of potato, designed specifically for potato chip makers. These new Franken-taters were created by breeders, stop it, at Cornell University and are resistant to soil-borne pathogens and what is referred to as common scab, which is by far the most disgusting sounding potato disease of all time. Our takeaway from this article, 1 more chips for us, 2. Really? Apartment. So you finally got your own bitchin' studio apartment, and now you probably want to class up the joint a bit. How about taking those smoke-filled psychedelic tapestries and frayed Hendrix posters and putting up some fine art instead? Artsicle is a new Netflix-style service that lets you rent fine art pieces for just $50 a month. Users can choose from a selection of paintings and photographs from hand-selected artists and can either buy the pieces to keep or just hang on to them as long as they keep paying the monthly fee. It's very bizarre to me. Artsicle is currently only available in New York, so sorry, Poughkeepsie. And finally, people in New Zealand are now lining up for shots of horse semen. Yes, you heard that correctly, and I think I just threw up a little bit in my mouth. Excuse me. Apparently, extreme foodies headed to the Hokitika, well, if that's how you say it, I don't know, but we'll say it's Hokitika Wild Foods Festival this month. Will be able to guzzle stallion sperm energy drinks for about $10. The shots creators say that the stallions are pure testosterone and have almost no cholesterol, so the shots will make you full of energy, also full of horse semen. So if you're down under for the festival on March 12th, feel free to make Mr. Ed smile by taking a regular or cherry and licorice flavored shot. I feel ill now. I'm Candace Bailey, and you've just been fed. Now back to Jerk Face.
Hey, everybody, I'm Jerk Face.
I take that back. Now back to Butthorn!
I'm Princess Butthorn. Pleasure. Here's an insider tip. You should invest in a fallout shelter. That's all I have to say. Asteroids, solar explosions, rogue planets. They all sound like plots from bad sci-fi films, but as it turns out, Hollywood might be onto something. First up, it looks like we might have a new planet to add to the solar system, and it's trying to kill us. Recently, astrophysicists at the University of Louisiana found evidence that a gas giant might be orbiting our solar system beyond Pluto, and this could explain why comets fly so close to Earth. Named Tyche, this planet is estimated to be about 4 times the size of Jupiter, with a 27 million year orbital path sweeping through the Oort cloud. That's the icy cloud of comets located just outside our system. Some researchers believe that Tyche's gravitational influence is responsible for the majority of comets in our system and could explain why there is an extinction-level event on Earth every 27 million years. Many researchers are skeptical of the existence of Tyche, but NASA scientists are hoping that their new telescope, the Wide Field Infrared Survey Explorer, will finally be able to determine what is out there once and for all. Next up, it looks like space weather from the sun could pose some major issues for humanity in the coming years. Last month, the sun set off its most powerful solar flare in the last 4 years, unleashing a massive wave of charged particles at Earth. These types of storms bathe Earth in ultraviolet radiation and have the ability to take down power grids and telecommunication networks, with outages lasting for days to months and even years in extreme cases. Researchers at NASA registered the eruption as a Class X 2.2, the strongest type of flare that the sun can emit. Scientists at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration expect these solar storms to ramp up and to get worse by the year 2013. Luckily, work has already begun to fit satellites with solar shields. You want our advice? I'd start stocking up on SPF 1 million. And finally, if that wasn't enough doom and gloom, just last month, a small asteroid came within record distance of hitting the Earth. Asteroid 2011 CQ-1 was only discovered 14 hours before its approach and came within 3,400 miles of crashing on Earth. In comparison, the Moon is over 200,000 miles away. This was the closest an asteroid has ever come to hitting the Earth. But luckily, the space rock was only 4 feet wide, and NASA scientists say that it would have broken up in the atmosphere before it would have impacted Earth. And while scientists may have only caught CQ-1 14 hours before it arrived, they're well aware of the 270-ton asteroid Apophis hurtling at us 23,000 miles per hour. Apophis is expected to come within 20,000 miles of Earth in 2029, and then it's going to swing back for round 2 in 2036. This asteroid has the possibility to wipe us out, like the dinosaurs. But hey, that's our kids' problem, right? Solar flares, mystery planets throwing comets, asteroids? Come on, space. You're gonna have to do a lot better than that.
So you think you're tough, huh? Are you Ninja Warrior tough?
Whoa! Is that a Jersey ninja?
I'm not joking.
Oh, you think you're tough? Oh, I'm a ninja smoke bomb. Hey, I got some Cherokees over here. if you're tough and you're over 21 years of age, head over to g4tv.com/ANW casting. That's the whole thing. To get your hat in the ring for the next season of American Ninja Warrior.
Only the fastest and strongest will earn the right to go to the ANW boot camp for a chance to compete on the bona fide Ninja Warrior course.
Stay tuned. The glitch mob will make you blow your mainframe with their computer jams. But first, let's get some terrible advice from our good old friend, Uncle Ted.
Hey, offenders. Attack of the Show posted my bail and sent me to Venice Beach, California to offer people sex advice. So strap on your rollerblades and let down your Speedos. This is Sex Man on the Beach.
Uncle Ted, my girlfriend keeps getting yeast infections.
Oh, gross.
They keep coming and going away. She's taking medicine, but they keep coming back.
Vaginitis.
We can't have sex anymore. What's going on? Why is this happening?
Hey, Johnny Sensitive, your girl's vagina's on fire. Let's not worry about where you're gonna make a mess. Why don't you try Googling chronic vagitosis, or whatever it is, and then help her put out the vagina fire?
That's not the best advice I ever got, Uncle Ted.
Oh, you don't like my advice. Well, why don't you cram it in my complaint box? Or you could send a missive to the G4 forums about how you don't like Drunkle Ted anymore. Right, Brett Davis 4. I know where you live. Like I always say, if I can touch just one person down there, it's been worth it. Everything else is just the sauce from that. I'll see you next time, because I'm in your...
The Feed is brought to you by America's Navy, a global force for good. You want to show them the incredible character you just came up with?
Hello! Just full of them today.
That's it. So, you know, when you mix music with technology, you get the glitch mob.
Yesterday, this electronic three-piece band performed some tunes and showed off their gear. But today, we have a special extra for you, an exclusive drum solo from that performance.
Yes, sometimes an awesome drummer is all the band you need.
Album.
Oh, it's going to be great. 12 tracks of pure silence.
Yeah. Coming up, Chris Gore is here with an all-new DV Tuesday. Boom Shakalaka, the classic basketball game NBA Jam, has slam dunked its way onto the iPhone. You know the drill. Take control of your favorite NBA team, be it the Lakers, the Celtics, or even the Cavs. and slam and jam your way through a classic 2-on-2 game. Controls are tight and simple. The D-pad moves your player fluidly, and the button layout allows you to smoothly transition from stealing to shooting. The graphics are crisp, and the game scores a 3-pointer in the fun category. But what really sells the game is the outstanding commentary.
Steve Nash with the pickup. He beat his man like a dirty rug.
There are tons of unlockables, ranging from unlimited turbo to big head mode to alternate players. But if you're lazy, you can always purchase these upgrades in the App Store. With the dynamic gameplay and overall fun, this game is a must-have for any Hooper Ball fan. So dribble on down to the App Store and score NBA Jam for $5.
Somebody forgot they were supposed to play basketball.
I take credit for some, but this is Bruce's genius. You give Bruce some wig and a chance to wear those stilettos, and he turns it on.
I picked that shade of lipstick, too.
Look how delicious it looks. Coming up on the next Attack of the Show, the event's Jason Ritter will join us live in studio to finally reveal whether he's an alien or a human. Then, we forced Blair Herter to check out the first ever 3D video of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. And we'll get our hands all over the new, rugged, Extreme HD Olympus E5 DSLR in Gadgetron. See it on the next AOTS.
It's time for an all-new Friday version of DVD Tuesday. Welcome back, film expert Chris Gore.
Thank you very much. Cool.
All right, let's jump right into this. What's up first?
Let's do it. First, we have the film Faster.
Faster is filled with car chases and shootouts, but is it enough to keep the fans engaged?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a fan of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and what I love about the approach with this film is they did it like an old grindhouse movie from the '70s.
Yeah.
I mean, he's out for revenge because he got shot in the head and lived. And if he, I'm telling you, I'm The Rock. I mean, if he got shot in the head, that guy would totally live, right?
I
think in real life.
Yes, I think there's no way he wouldn't.
And just hearing his story, like when you see like how he was betrayed by all these people, I think it's great. What are you?
Kevin is behind us, doing something on his phone. He's
Good
trying
time,
to.
wings run. Good time. Yes.
Okay. Anyways, we'll just continue with what we're doing.
Now the plot forces you to suspend reality at times.
Yeah.
Does this matter?
Well, it is a movie. It is a movie. Reality, sometimes it comes
Thank
into
you,
play.
Chris.
But it, you know, I mean, if you're along for the ride because you are, you know, you love what The Rock stands for, which is beating the crap out of people who deserve it.
Hell yeah!
That's what The Rock stands for.
Okay, now tell me, how does Dwayne Johnson stand up to other action stars?
That's a really good question because Billy Bob Thornton is in this movie, and Billy Bob Thornton, recognized great actor, and he really holds his own against him. I mean, it's amazing to me. I think.
Well, I think Dwayne Johnson is more of a badass than Billy Bob Thornton.
Right. Well, Billy Bob Thornton is sort of a creepy badass, you know, in his own way.
Agreed. Okay, so bottom line.
Bottom line is strong recommendation to rent it. You will have a great time, but lacking in extras.
I would agree to rent.
Yeah. Look at this.
We're agreeing.
Yeah.
Crazy. What's our next DVD?
The next DVD is Best Worst Movie, which is a documentary about Troll 2 and the fans of Troll 2.
Okay, now, if Troll 2 is really the worst movie ever made, why should we watch a documentary about it?
Well, first of all, I like bad movies, you know,
I know.
like Birdemic. Yes, Birdemic and The Room and whatnot. I love those kind of films. And what's cool about this is you really see from the perspective of the actors. They thought that they were starring in something great, and it came out and tanked.
No.
And the guy who made it, the director, is Michael Paul Stevenson, who was the kid in the movie whose basically his world collapsed after this film came out. He thought he was going to be a big star as a kid, and the movie tanked. But I think that the reason we like stuff like this is it's like reality TV.
Okay.
You want to see a train wreck, and I think that seeing something like a bad movie, there's a sense of fun.
Okay. Now, do the actors and director of Troll 2 enjoy their roles as cult film icons?
Yes, I mean, that's actually the whole theme of this film is you see these actors and how they kind of survived being in this awful movie, and sort of like it's heartwarming because you see the fans are so into it. Every bad line they latch onto and turn it into a T-shirt.
No.
You know, it's great. I love that kind of fandom. I do stuff like that.
Horrific. Okay,
Yeah.
bottom line.
Bottom line is rent it. I mean, I'm a big fan of it. And also, see Troll 2. You really need to see Troll 2 with this
So I
documentary.
have to see this awful movie, and
Yes.
then I have to rent this documentary about the awful movie?
Yes, I command you to do it. I command you.
Okay, since Best Worst Movie is a documentary about a film, let's do a rapid fire featuring more movies about movies. You up for it?
Let's do it!
All right. Can I get 35 seconds on the clock, please? Ready? Go!
Okay, so we've got Ed Wood, directed by Tim Burton. It's about one of the worst filmmakers of all time from the 50s. Then we've also got Living in Oblivion, which is directed by Tom DiCillo. It stars Steve Buscemi. Adaptation, Spike Jonze did this. It's about the life of a screenwriter. Swimming with Sharks. If you've ever wanted to see what it's like to assist someone big in Hollywood, this is a great way to decide not to do that. Midnight Movies, documentary about midnight films. Windy City Heat, which is a comedy about a guy who thinks he's in a movie. For your consideration, directed by Christopher Guest, about a bunch of people in an indie movie that are nominated for Oscars.
Okay, don't break the podium. Thank you, Chris Gore. For more Gore, follow him on Twitter @ThatChrisGore. Well done.
I tried.
Let's go over to Kevin.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys were doing, but high score. That's take your time. Take your time. You can slow push. You know what? I'll save you a slow push. That's 170K right there, baby. Yeah! 170K right there. Ain't a big deal. Ain't a big deal. Got a 7. You guys were talking about movies or something? That's cute.
Sure, yeah.
You know,
there you go.
Moving furniture sucks no matter how you do it, but it's usually not as bad as it is in today's epic fail.
Porządną 30-letnią wersalkę wyrzucają.
So you can't. That's why you don't ask your friends for help moving.
Come on, it's just some boxes and a couch and a bookcase and my desk.
Okay, that's fine. I have a thing that day, though, so.
Which day?
Every day.